Great. Well, awesome to meet you guys. Just saw that movie. I just felt like visually it was like quite amazing. But this one remaining question is, what exactly is Godzilla's zodiac sign? No, wait. No, that was the wrong one. The thing is, like, how comfortable did you feel as actors within this movie? Because it's really all about the visuals. It's all about the big thing. You had like 2 great scenes, I would say, like you when it comes to emotions. You totally convincing. I totally forgot that you are kick-ass. That means something. So how glad were you just to be part of that project as really serious actors?
Yeah, I mean, I was thrilled to be playing something. You know, I love playing different characters and different genres. And you know, the fact is, yeah, it was. And like you said, from Kick-Ass, it's such a very different thing, and it's nice to sort of jump around and do that, and play a lieutenant in the Navy, and he's in the military, and you know, and kind of go into that sort of mindset, but also play a father and a husband, and you know, and yeah, it was a real sort of character-driven piece in the big scale of things. You know, I know it's a monster movie, but it had a lot of heart and soul, and you know, I was driven by that and Gareth's vision for it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be with such an international group of actors also, and I think the reason why you get such a great group, it's because the way Gareth and Legendary like to make movies, it's intimate. It doesn't feel like you're overpowered by everything else that's going on. But everyone knows that what's going to happen ultimately is it's going to be this like epic scale monster film, because that's what is fun about it and has been for 60 years. But hopefully, you know, there is you know, audiences are a little smarter than the camp audiences from maybe, you know, 20 years ago. And camp was fun for a little bit, and I think now people don't want camp anymore. I think they want to be treated maybe smarter, but still have fun.
Well, as I said, there were these scenes where I was very convinced that you felt very sorry. I'm not trying to bring up any spoiler, but seriously, when it was about leaving people, what exactly is that you were thinking of, like from yourself, saying like that needs to be there? Because I really was like, oh, she's really sad.
I don't know. It's just how you relate to any character, I guess. You know, I think everyone knows what it's like to have the potential of losing someone they love, or maybe they're not making the right decision, or having some sort of I don't know.
But I think you relate to. I mean, you know, in a moment of natural disaster, you know, you react on what is instinctive, and sometimes that is to get, you know, the one you love into safety, and try and defend, you know, and protect, you know. So it's sort of instinctive, you know.
I think this one marks actually the 30th installment of Godzilla. How many of the others have you seen prior to this project just to get into that mood? Because you said just one?
Just one.
The 2001 American version?
No, I just saw the 54 version, and that was purely because...
Gareth said if you want to see
yeah, Gareth says see... Yeah, exactly. And also, I didn't really know what Godzilla meant. I just thought he was a monster who, you know, smashed up buildings, you know. But, you know, so he educated me, and it was, you know, had such a symbolic, sentimental message back then, and after the Second World War in Japan, and that was moving. I didn't understand, I didn't realise that's why, and he wanted to have the same sort of message in today, you know, so it was a part of it, so our characters don't relate to anything in previous films, you know, they relate to people that are real and of today, and you know, I spent most of the time watching military documentaries and hanging out with military guys and watching things that could kind of help my character in that way, but not watch other previous Godzillas, you know.
No, I haven't seen like the films, but I've seen clips. Like so many clips somehow are just in my memory as a child, just because I think it was always funny because of how maybe bad it, like the graphics were, or dubbing. Like dubbing to me was hilarious, and just only those kind of scenes were what I knew of Godzilla, and it's pretty cool to see how it can transition throughout, like almost like science.
So finally, I bought it. To me, you were a convincing, very loving couple. But in the future, you're supposed to be siblings. That's kind of creepy when it comes to future projects. How you going to deal with that?
We feel like brother and sister as it is.
We work pretty closely in this, and so we got a friendship and a relationship that we sort of, you know, so it felt like a brother sort of sister thing.
It only helps, really. I mean, it's kind of funny that Captain America came out a month ago, and we were like these weird things in Captain America, and then in this film we're like completely American and normal. It's like the all-American family in this film. And then it's fun. It's fun to be able to see those two things really really close back to back with each other, and it's fun to be working on it right now.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anyone better to be working with next, than Lizzie. I love working with her in this, and I think she's a fantastic actor.
I think you're a fantastic actor.
And no, but like we have very sort of similar style in a sense of like we're just sort of we change it up a lot, and we just try and search for what feels real and naturalistic, and just sort of I feed off of like her sort of way she reacts, so and I respond to that, and so I enjoy working with Lizzie a lot, and so it felt natural just to be like, oh yeah, great, we get to work together again, that's awesome, and really create some weird characters for the next one. So.
All right, then, thank you very much, and I enjoyed this one, and looking forward to see you guys again on the big screen. Then, thank you.
Thank you, man. Cheers.